Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Now, when the cameras are off, I asked that you be nice to me because I'm a nice person. You know, I'm a nice guy.
Okay.
Have we established that we're cool?
Somewhat, I guess.
Should we see how this goes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I mean, I won't be inviting you to like any exercises.
Oh, you
because I know
certainly
how
must
much you
not.
love that. Yeah.
That's exactly why you shouldn't invite me to them. Because I love them so much.
I saw on the show you were just having the time of your life.
Absolutely. Those were my best times in the house. Nothing was better.
So let's speak about the house. I want to start with your take on just the environment and the people there. What is your take on just being in the house? What does it feel like?
Nice. Different.
Yeah.
Overwhelming. Mm-hmm. You don't realize what you're getting into until you do. But I think that it was nice. The environment was safe. It did feel safe. Yeah. Genuinely for me, it was really nice to be among the South Africans because personally, I believe that Nigerians are very intense people, and I tend to shy a little bit away from Nigerians. So having the South Africans there was very good for me. Yeah. The people, it was, it was nice sometimes, it was weird sometimes, but in all, it wasn't something that I couldn't handle, or I think that any of us in there wouldn't have been able to handle. I think all in all, it was quite a fair spread of people in the house.
I want to know about some of the situationships that happened in the house. You know, I saw you got really close to, let me not put words in your mouth. Let me not say really close. Okay. There was an entanglement situation where there was Ebubu at play, there's Marvin at play. So do you want to just clear the air there?
Ebubu was my friend. Genuinely, I do like him. He's sort of different, and by that I don't just mean the color of his skin. He's a different person. He's not as outgoing, as confident as many other men. So I felt drawn to him, and we bonded over the most unusual of things. We bonded over Nigerian music. He was one of the few people who do like Afrobeat. Like many people are like foreign songs, but he was like everybody who knows me knows I'm strictly Afrobeat. So when I got in the house, I would just start to sing and he would carry the song, or he would just start to sing and I would carry the song, and he would say there's no song he sings that I don't know. So we just bonded weirdly and we became very close. And for the longest time, I did not realize that he liked me. Yeah. Maybe I suspected once or twice, but I'm like, nah, I don't think so. And he never, ever said anything until the Truth or Dare game when he was asked how he feels about me. And then he goes, I really like Jaypee. And after then, he never said anything again. Okay. So I'm like, I'm not gonna assume things for you. Maybe you guys are the ones
But he said, I really like Jaypee. You wouldn't have to assume. Now you know. Please. Now you know.
Maybe he did. I feel like if he liked me enough, he would have said it sometime to me personally. But he didn't. I even asked him after the game, how come I'm hearing this in the game? How come you're not saying anything? And he just, and he doesn't say anything. So what am I supposed to do? So I don't think it was an entanglement when you put Marvin into play. I think it was just a situation. I think the entanglement might even involve Marvin's partner. Marvin and I also bonded very weirdly. For the first week, we were just, hi, Marvin, Jaypee. And then one day, out of the blue, we have a conversation. Marvin believes in genuine connections, and I see him have this conversation with almost everybody in the house. He just picks this one day where he talks to this person, and he realizes, okay, he wants to genuinely know about people. For him, it's not just a game. He's really genuine about this, and I like genuine people. But anyway, it was never really the looks for me because I've never been crazy about muscles. Honestly, I never got why he had so many huge muscles. I told him that so many times. But one day
Me too.
Oh, please.
I just feel like Marvin...
You sound so jealous right now.
I don't think Marvin brought a t-shirt to the house.
No, he did not. And then he had to wear a shirt yesterday, and that shirt seemed like he was shirtless. I don't think he has any shirts. And Big Brother doesn't help matters, giving him beads and things. And then when Big Brother finally gives him a shirt to wear to the party, he claims that he's hot and he still takes the shirt off. Anyway, let's focus. So one day we are all having this conversation with everybody, and then people just, drift away, and it's I and Marvin left, and then we just get to talk. Because I realized that when I first got to the house, everybody just saw me as the loud, wild person. But then I know that there's so much more to me, and that was where the conversation went. And we were just talking about the kind of person that I really am outside the house, my sensitive nature and all of that. And I think he just liked that. He told me once or twice that he first said that he says we're very similar in that we're both simple people, and that he likes that he doesn't like women who have to stretch him out of his comfort zone. So he likes when he's in a space where he is comfortable, and that he feels that way with me because we're both simple people. And then when I was talking to him about my life outside the house, I mentioned how I'm very good with compromising. So I think that really drew him in, because I explained like in detail what I meant by that.
Yes.
And he's like, okay, wow, that he really, really likes that. He really does appreciate compromise. So it was the simple thing, the compromise. Oh, another thing that we're similar, that makes us similar, is that we both like physical touch. When we were talking, we talked about our love languages, and we both said that our, first love language was physical touch. And I think that's where all the intimacy stemmed from. Because so we were just always very touchy-feely, cuddles and all of that. He believes in genuine connections, I believe. So I think that we were actually really friends, because we really did talk. But besides all the hand-holding and cuddles and hugs, he never really got past that. For some reason, he was not going to take it a step further, which was good, because at least one of us had to be disciplined.
So now let's talk about when you get jammed up with your partner, First of all, the thoughts around that. How did you feel about, your partner, and what was the relationship, and did you guys ever speak strategy?
For some reason, this partner thing did not particularly come as a shock to me. Okay. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm just like, when I heard you've been paired up, I didn't feel shocked. Nor was I upset. For some reason, I don't know why, but it just didn't seem as such a big deal. Weirdly, prior to the pairing, Luke K was the only person that I had altercations with. It was very strange. Everybody was certain that we didn't like each other. Yeah. In fact, the first day we got in the house, my first thought is, I don't like this guy. As soon as I'm nominating somebody, I'm nominating this guy. That was my first thought. Yeah. Because he had this older brother syndrome. You could just tell that, I'm a man. Yeah. What I say goes. You have to listen to me. I'm like, no. If you want to be a big brother, you will go back to your house and be a big brother. Because here, there's one big brother. Yeah. So I don't like him at first. And then we had an altercation twice. I can't remember what the second altercation was about. But one was about a game where he was the referee for the girls. Yes. And I was certain that he lied. But now I still think that we did not drop that egg. And then we got paired, and we just clicked. We didn't have the whole wait some time to get into it. We just got into it straight, and we were good. For some reason, it just happened so nicely. The moment we became partners, things started to get better for me. I had somebody that could say everything that was going on in my head with. And I can't particularly say that we talked strategy, but there were certain things that Luke K wanted. For example, Luke K would rather stay under the radar. And if that meant not winning games, he didn't mind. He just wanted to stay under the radar. When we got nominated, it shocked him. But I had told him that, look, I have a feeling we're getting nominated today. He's like, nah, we don't do anything. We don't talk to anybody. They don't even see us. They don't even think we're big. They don't even think we're a threat. I'm thinking, you know what? I tell him I'm very perceptive, and I know these Nigerians way more than you do. I'm telling you, they see something of a threat in us. I think that we're going to get nominated today. So the only strategy for Luke K was, to stay under the radar, to not poke them, to not make them think that they had to worry about us. That was mostly what it was. Oh, we don't have to win the games. We don't have to. Look K, we should have won those games. Look at us now. Look at us now. I still think that HOH game, that Luke K did not hold that thing at the opposite end. I'm suspecting that Luke did that thing deliberately. If he knew we were going to get nominated and kicked out, I'm sure he would have held it, because look at us now.
I'll talk to him.
Look at us now.
I'll ask him.
But I think we handled the pairing really nice. I think that's one of the reasons why, in fact, we might have gotten nominated, because genuinely, this is not because we're out, or I do think that we're the best pairs in the house. Honestly, we really stuck together. We really liked each other. We always talk to each other, like whatever it is we have to, people had this fear of, if my partner is mad at me, then it would affect our task. Yeah. For me and Luke, it was never an issue. And that doesn't go to say that we didn't have our altercations, but we just always had our head in the game. We were really close. We took this partnership thing seriously, because we had the suspicion that at some point we'd eventually get splitted up. Yeah. But the plan was, for however long this goes on, we've got each other's backs. And he was there for me in things beyond the game. Emotionally, I could talk to him. He was just really there. I feel like the partnership thing was a good thing for me. Now, I don't know if they hated him, and that's why they nominated us. In case that is it, I take the right to take back this thing that the partnership was a very nice thing, in case you are the reason. But otherwise, it was okay, really.
Well, what I want to know is you've had a fond relationship with the franchise, which is Big Brother, You mentioned that you've been trying to get on the show for 5 years.
Yeah.
Why is that? Tell me about your deep affiliation with the show.
So I don't even think I knew much about the show until I left School of Nursing. I did that in 2018.
Yeah.
I knew that I wasn't going to be a nurse for the rest of my life. That thing is hectic as hell.
Yeah.
Plus, I knew that I always wanted to go into entertainment. I do want to become a renowned actor, a model, and all of that. So I just come out of school, and all of a sudden I hear about Big Brother. At first, that there hadn't really been much of that.
Yeah.
So besides the fact that it was like such it is such a huge platform, and it's like a launch to fame.
Yeah.
It was also something where I know that I'm a fun person. I see how I am in real life, and I'm like, it would be nice to be on such a large scale, being who you are, but on a larger scale, having like 1 million more people see you be this person. So it's like you're a star, but you're in a box. But if you can shine, why not just shine brighter? So it was that. The deep affiliation became, I auditioned, the first audition was not even too serious. The show was even already on then. They did this thing where they needed to get some more housemates into the house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can try for that. That was 2019. 2021, I try, I get close, I do everything. And then at this point, it's starting to feel like, why the hell would these people not pick me? You are going to pick me, because that was my first taste of rejection. Like he says, like my partner says, I don't take losing or failure. Like I would always tell him, even if we don't win these games, we can't become tail of house. Like I don't do well with rejection, with failure. I don't fail exams. I don't. So I'm like, what is this thing that would not make you guys pick me? So it just became a thing of, nah, I'm gonna keep going until something different happens. I have to be able to prove to myself that I'm actually worth this, like I'm something. Okay. So that's the deep affiliation with the show.
I just want to say from all of us, the powers that be, thank you very much for coming through to the show. For us, this is Big Brother Titans. This is the first. So I know you've been trying for 5 years, and you've been trying to do Big Brother, and that's fine, right? This has been the ultimate, you know. And for you to have come in, shared who you are with us, and I'm sure with the people at home, there is lots of people who now recognize, who know you, who loved everything about you, because the biggest thing about the show is that we show personality in people, In the house, you guys don't have the distractions of the outside world, and people get to connect with you as people. So I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that we greatly appreciated it, and I'm sure the viewers and fans also appreciated it as well.
Thank you very much. I'm super grateful for the platform, genuinely grateful for the platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
Now, let's go exercise.